What's up, y'all?
We're back in here.
Not with a fire reaction.
No.
With a fire
review.
TV show review.
We're going to be reviewing one of our favorite shows. It is probably in competition for my favorite show of all time at this point.
Really?
Yes.
That's a strong take.
Breaking Bad has always been my favorite one. But this one is really cutting it close now.
They really stepped it up in Season 4.
Season 4 is so wild. We're going to give y'all a rundown of Season 4 without a lot of spoilers.
Well, we're going to put a, spoiler alert thing.
Yeah.
All right, right here's your spoiler alert.
Here's this big spoiler warning because in case you haven't watched it, it is going to be spoiler heavy because you can't talk about this season without giving away some stuff that's going to be really vile to it. So,
but real quick,
if you like this, we will go back and review the other 3 seasons.
Yeah, we'll review. Now we thought about reacting to them, but obviously we already watched them.
Yeah,
we're starting this new thing on the channel where we do like movie reviews and TV show reactions all the way through. We're starting All of Us Are Dead today.
We're going to be doing that next video, but we're going to get more into detail on how we're going to work with that.
Yeah, so we're kind of trying to do something new on our channel. So this is our first actual review.
We want to get a broader... we want to expand the channel. We want to get a broader audience. We want to do different things. We've been doing music for over 2 years.
Yeah.
And we have got a good, stable fan base. We've had decent growth. But we want to switch it up a little bit. We want to add some new stuff in so we don't get burnt out. Because there was a time we kind of got burnt out. We took a break, and then we've never really recovered from that break.
So we're trying to recover.
So we feel like this is going to be something new and creative that will help us out more too. Possibly help us gain more subs, and so we're trying to make this into a real job. And doing music all the time, and just don't cut it because you have copyright claims and stuff getting blocked and everything. So you can't make a living doing it, really.
But anyways, like you said, we're gonna try not to be crazy spoilers, but there's gonna be a lot of spoilers in this.
It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be super hard.
If you haven't seen any of the last, they gave a month already for the first half.
If you haven't seen Volume 2, I'm sorry. But
if you haven't seen Volume 2, we will have a big spoiler warning.
Pause this video
at that point.
Pause this video right now and go watch Volume 2. So, basically, we're going to get started. A little bit of a recap. At the end of Season 3, you know what happened. Joyce, Elle, Will, and Jonathan moved away.
They all had to move because they invaded the Russian lab, and they thought Hop died because when the explosion happened, he actually,
the boy got kidnapped.
He gets kidnapped, basically. But you don't find that out, I don't think, until the end of episode 1, maybe episode 2.
Yeah, it was somewhere around that.
Because
it showed the clip.
Either way, at the end of Season 3, you don't know that exactly.
Yeah.
So
Elle, in first episode, she's at this new school.
Yeah.
She's kind of having a hard time with
not
girls.
Just Elle. Since they think Hop died, they had a funeral for him, and Joyce kind of took over the parental figure for Elle and moved away with Will and her son Jonathan as well to another town, and they started this new school, and there's a bunch of
bullies.
There's bullies. Mike and all his buddies, Dustin.
Doing the Hellfire Club.
The Hellfire Club, which introduces Eddie.
Eddie!
Very
awesome character.
Just like Billy in Season 3. He is a character that is very, very vile for this season because...
Yeah, awesome character.
He fits right in, and he makes the story of this whole season. Because the Hellfire Club is all the guys minus Will.
Yeah.
And they're doing a club kind of like D&D is what it is. Basically.
Well, it is a D&D club.
It's basically D&D. So, episode 1 is just an introduction, mainly picking up and showing you where everybody's at.
Yeah, and also Elle realizes she doesn't have her power still.
That's true.
And also she has that crazy flashback. It introduces the flashback of where all the kids in the Rainbow Room are killed.
Oh yeah, where she starts having that one memory of all these kids are dead, and
she don't know the whole story,
and she's the only one there.
So that was a super cool episode. It introduced something new.
It was, and I feel like it really sets the tone for literally how the rest of the season is going to go, because it's just crazy to think that they filmed and made not real. When we get to another part, it's not just 2; it's in 3 different. They're all separated. 4 different places. Everyone is separated.
Everything has action going on like crazy. Basically, Mike goes to visit
for spring break. He goes to visit Elle.
Elle lies to him about her relationship with Angela.
Because she's wanting him to think that she's made friends, but Angela is actually
not
such
a girl. Okay.
She's
not a good person.
She is a bully. Like,
Angela, you are an L.
No,
not literally. This L, buddy.
That L right there. Like,
terrible person.
She is awful. Like,
you got what you deserve. Don't give a frick.
And she is the definition of bubblegum pop in the 80s. You see what she be wearing? What the hell? Looking like Madonna all over the place, first of all.
Okay. We don't need to get slandered.
I'm just saying, we got Eddie, who's metalhead 80s.
Oh yeah, man.
You got Angela, who's Madonna, basically.
Yeah. Well, also in episode 2, first dead body comes up, Chrissy.
Yes, which is
goes to buy drugs from Eddie.
Jason, is that right?
Jason, yeah.
Jason is the head of the basketball team.
I also don't. Here we go. So we did get introduced to Jason. I don't really like Jason as a character, but then again, he doesn't actually know what's going on.
At first, he seems like he's going to be a cool character.
Yeah, but we got to kind of give him some slack because he doesn't know what's going on in Hawkins. He don't know about all this.
He doesn't.
Upside down
stuff.
But
later on, when we get into him, you got to understand he would not listen to nobody.
Yeah, and
he had full proof of what happens, and he doesn't listen.
True. He saw it with his own eyes, but he doesn't really know what's going on. So he's just trying to go after anybody.
So
for revenge.
Chrissy goes over to Eddie's to buy some stuff.
Yeah, basically, it's freaking like this happens, dude.
Yeah, she gets all contorted and broken up, and
she's dead.
And then Eddie is framed for the murder.
Yeah, which was obviously
he took off though, So it's like,
but he was scared out of his mind.
Oh yeah, first instinct he was the last person with her, so that's normal.
Yeah,
but we saw what happened. Nobody else did. Max though lives right across the street from Eddie, and she just seen him take out. She heard screams and she saw him run off. Then Chrissy comes up dead. They find her body. Mr. Munson, which is Eddie's uncle, is the only one there. Eddie is nowhere to be found. So
we said no spoilers, and we're just spoiling everything.
I mean, if you haven't seen Volume 1 yet and it's been out for a month, you're just slacking at this point. But Volume 2 just premiered last night, so we will make sure to give you a big spoiler warning before we get there.
Yeah.
So moving on, I think at the end of episode 2, Joyce gets her package in the mail that is like a ransom type letter.
Yeah, and then Nancy starts to get fishy with the whole Chrissy situation.
Yeah,
digging around in it.
She's like her and Jonathan are really on weird terms. They haven't really talked much or anything like that. She's working as like for a newspaper, or she's like a reporter.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So she's trying to gather all the information she can, and her partner. I think this might be in episode 3.
Yeah.
Her partner. They go out to the trailer park where Max.
It's episode 2 or 3.
It's somewhere in there because all these get close together when you get in here. There's so much stuff, but
basically he gets fricked up.
Basically,
Mr. Vecna.
They introduced Vecna also, and we will get more into that whenever we get farther down because we will give you the big story of Vecna. Vecna
is an amazing character.
Oh my God, you ain't joking! He is.
We don't really have to tell the whole story because I'm sure y'all know the
story.
When
it comes to,
but he's an amazing character.
When it comes to TV show villains, I believe he's close to the top.
I loved his character.
That guy is amazing.
In my opinion, season 4's character, best character so far. But we'll get down to episode 3 and 4 here.
So basically, we got the monster and the superhero on this. Basically, she calls Murray because she's not sure about this letter. So Murray comes over and helps her, figure out this letter.
Murray.
And basically, they call the number and they talk to Yuri.
Yuri,
man,
right? Yuri.
Where's the Enzo? Which one is it?
Enzo's the prison guard. Yuri's the dude that does the piloting.
Okay, so Yuri is the one that's supposed to meet in the middle for the ransom.
Hate that guy.
He's supposed to pick up the cash and take them to Hop and bring them back to America for $40,000 for 2 days. They had to be there in 2 days. They had to meet in Alaska. So they get there, they take off, and then Elle, while they're gone or whatever, right before they're gone, she's in a skating rink. Mm-hmm. And she fricks Angela up,
man. I mean, she got what she deserved. I don't give a
crap. My God. She misplaced that bitch's nose. I mean, sorry.
Murray, cool character. Murray's a super cool character.
Oh, and Elle gets taken away.
Yeah.
Elle gets arrested for that because she pulled charges on her.
That's true, yeah.
But she poured crap all over in the middle of the skating rink.
That's true, man. Bruh, embarrassed her. Come on. But Murray, super cool character. Love Murray.
He's funny.
Have from the start. Yuri, not a cool character. Don't like him.
He seems cool at first.
He's a backstabber. All for his freaking money.
He just wanted the money, and he gets them there, and he decides to trap them. And so he captures them, and he flies back to Russia, I think.
And he crashes the plane.
And they get into a fight.
Yeah.
Because they slip out of the cuff.
Because of freaking Murray's amazing karate skills.
Oh, yeah. He went full Cobra Kai up in that bitch. Oh!
What the freak? So
their plane crashes, and so now they're stuck in the snow in Russia. They don't really know where they're at, and Hop is trying to figure out a way to get out now. So
Enzo, awesome character too, by the way. I like Enzo.
Enzo's pretty cool. That is his name, right?
Yeah, Enzo. Yeah. By the end of this show, like by the end of the season, his character is like grown a lot.
He has a lot of development. And I would love to see him in the next season.
Yeah. So at this point, Vecna's done captured 3 people.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what I was going to get to was that her partner, Nancy's partner, I can't remember his name right now, but he was like the nerdy looking guy, real skinny, and they're reporters together. So she goes out with him to the trailer park out there to get some clues and stuff, and just like with the other guy,
Dunzo,
he wanders off.
Dunzo.
Out into the woods.
Well, because he hears the clock going off.
And the clock, the Vecna's clock. So you just get little flashbacks of this here and there, and you don't put the story together until later. So
yeah, episode 7 is when the story really develops.
Yeah, so
like every season comes together.
The next episode is Dear Billy. Now this
is when Max decides that she's going to get.
Max is being targeted by Vecna.
She's being targeted.
And the only way she can get out of it is by her...
The freaking greatest song in the world.
What the hell?
What do you mean, dude?
What?
That's how she gets out of it. The greatest song ever made mankind.
I guarantee that woman has made so much money off of this.
Yeah, dude.
So anyway...
There's no telling how many views that's
basically, I feel... what happened was...
Holy frick, I clicked on the episode.
What are you doing, bro? You're messing things up over here.
Okay.
So, with Dear Billy, it's where Max is being targeted. She feels like she's going to die. The only way for her to get out of Vecna's grasp when she goes to the other world is like by hearing her favorite song, and it makes her mind take away from where she's at.
Yeah, you know what? I thought about this too. I heard someone else comment about it. In season 1, when Will gets trapped in the Upside Down.
Yeah.
Before we were even introduced to the favorite song theory.
Yeah.
He's singing his favorite song.
He's humming it.
Yeah. In the Upside Down.
Yeah.
And so it kind of just all came together out of nowhere. Like, this show is super well planned
There's
out.
so much stuff that you can go back now and you can notice in every season leading up to this one that you wouldn't think about. Mm-hmm. But now you go back and you place little things here and there like the clock.
Yeah.
Every time they go to the Upside Down in any of the other seasons, you'll hear the clock in the background somewhere.
I think Dear Billy is a super iconic episode because it kind of goes back to season 3. Max is feeling super guilty.
It gives her the closure.
I'm going to frick you up. Max is feeling super guilty about Billy's death.
Oh, yeah, for real.
So she goes back to his grave to see him, and that's when Vecna really gets a hold of her mind and messes with her and she kind of gets a chance to talk to Billy. In a
way, you know, she gets to, you know, say sorry to him and tell him that she really did love him.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff, that she was just a bratty kid. You know, that kind of situation. And
but basically, Kate Bush came in clutch.
Yep.
And that episode...
That was probably so
fire. The animations that happened when
she's in the other world.
When she's in the other world was so good.
Her
dude.
trying to get out of the gate where she's running away from
That was amazing, dude. The freaking crap's falling out of the sky, dude.
The way they did the graphics and stuff on this season were just top notch, next level.
And also Max with 0 superpowers fricks Vecna up, rips his freaking neck.
Oh yeah,
fricked him up, dude.
So when you get to part 5, you're in the Nina Project, which is where Elle basically has been able to break out. Yeah. There's cops at the house where they lived at, where all the other kids are still at, where Will, Mike, Jonathan are at. Mm-hmm. And they're watching over the house because Elle has been captured. And they take Elle to the Nina Project.
Well, she ain't really been captured.
Was it Dr. Owens?
Yeah, Dr. Owens.
He broke her out of the other.
Yeah.
Because she was on a prison bus going to juvie.
Which was super cool.
Yeah, that was badass. So, he takes her so she can get her powers back, basically. Mm-hmm. Because this is like getting heated up at this point.
When they get there, mother fricker, dude. Brenner is back, dude. Freaking Papa, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Papa is back, dude.
Don't know how.
How that mother fricker not die?
At this point, you know, the military's looking for her.
Yeah.
And the military just walk in and then they shoot up their house, bruh.
Shoots up the whole house.
What's wrong with you, bruh? You got a problem.
And then one of the guards gets captured. They take him in. The other guy's a freaking beast, though, with his freaking pistol whipping skills.
Oh, yeah.
That guy was a beast.
So, basically, you got Elle, who's now with Papa and Dr. Owens at the Nina, trying to get her powers back, trying to get her memory back so she can get her powers to work right. And to have this big conference about how there's a curfew, they're trying to look for Eddie Munson and this and that, and all these kids in the Hellfire Club are now suspects of murder as well for being in a cult. And Jason takes upon himself
in the
courtroom to try to band all the people together to hunt these kids down.
Hey, who are you, bro?
So
you are a high school student leading a murder charge, dude. Like, you're freaking trying to go murder some people. Get this man.
But at this point, everybody's separated.
About episode 5 is, or I don't know if it's in episode 5, but it's the scene where they're in the house and they're getting shot up. Will and Mike and Jonathan and the guards.
Oh, they're trying to get out.
That scene is super cool because it's like a one take.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And the camera work is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So, that crap right there, big props to you. That was a 10 out of 10 shot. It was amazing. That was amazing camera work.
Yeah, that camera work was really decent.
And also, the main focus really in Volume 1, Mike, Will, and Jonathan, and Surfer Boy, Weed Boy, weren't really a whole big, huge part of Volume 1 because they didn't really know what was going on.
They were all separated, too.
Yeah.
You got to think about that. So, moving to episode 6 here, the dive.
The dive. This is where the gate opens up in the water.
That's what, this is where, okay, so basically, everywhere that Vecna has killed somebody, there's a gate
opens up, which is there. Amazing. It's super cool.
There's a gate where Chrissy's dead in Eddie's trailer. There's a gate in the underwater where the basketball kid got killed. There's a gate in the middle of the road. They just don't know what it is, though. So, there's all these gates, and they figure this out. They're like, hey, we can go to these spots if they're dead, and I'm sure there's a gate going to be there because of the blacks, the moldy stuff, you know. So, they find a way to get inside the Upside Down.
They did.
Vecna didn't think this through. But that's his whole plot near the end.
That's his whole plot. He definitely thought that through.
They know how to get into the Upside Down now, so they go up in there.
No, they don't freaking go up in there. Steve gets freaking yanked in there.
Well, Steve gets yanked in there.
And then Nancy, being the hero lover that she is of Steve still, don't care what anybody says. She still loves that man. Jonathan, I'm sorry. We all want to see you with Nancy, but then again, their freaking love is just too strong.
So, yeah, he gets sucked down in there.
She power dives off that hole.
And she goes down in there. Robin goes in next, and then
Eddie's like, "Oh heck no!"
So basically, they get away from the popo now because they're going in a hole at the bottom of the lake.
But then Lucas and Max and Dustin gotta make up this weird story.
Yeah, they're all trying. They get interrogated back at Mike's house.
Yeah, they know they're lying to him. But these freaking cops. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. These cops are cowards, dude. They're stupid. Because first off, they didn't do anything to Jason when he was in that courtroom.
No, and I would have threw him out. And
now they're getting tricked by some kids.
Well, they all figure it out anyway. So basically, they figure out that the light source is how they can track where Vecna's going.
Oh, yeah.
So, there's just so much stuff that they thought out.
It's crazy.
In this 9 episodes.
Yeah.
It's just... So, we're going to kind of speed up a little bit here because there's so much stuff that we don't really want to spoil in case you haven't, because there's a lot of stuff crammed in. Basically, you got Hop working with Murray, Joyce, Enzo, and Yuri's tied up now.
Yuri's tied up.
They're trying to get out of prison. They find the Demahuba Baba.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what was that? That ain't even happened yet, my boy. That happens in 7. First, Hop's gotta fight the dang thing. The Demahuba Baba.
The Demahuba Baba. Basically, they picked, like, I don't remember how many they were. They picked these few guys to go in and eat dinner together as their last supper, basically.
Yeah, basically.
And
the feed to nourish the Demogorgon.
The monster Demogorgon. This bastard's big, okay?
Dude, he is huge.
So, they all go in and eat, and they're all just joking around, and he's like, they're feeding us.
Yeah, Hop's,
so this thing can eat us.
Hop's way too smart.
And they're like, what do you mean? And he's like, because I fought one already. Yeah, so they listened to him when I thought they were going to be like, oh, this dude's cracked out.
Yeah. And then these guys get scared. They're like, they don't want to eat anymore.
They want to go slow because when they get done eating is when they have to go back out.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's just, they believe him, and they kind of make up a plan to fight this thing, but these dudes are just, they get slaughtered. That's just what happens.
Totally slaughtered.
Now, Enzo and Hop end up getting into the locked chamber where the Demahuba Baba was locked up. And at this point, Joyce has seen Hop fight this thing, but he does not know that she's there.
Yeah.
They meet up in the next room when they get out of that locked room. So now at this point, everybody's together again on this end of the world.
Yeah, and then also on the other side of the world, Elle she's in her her little trance state where she's getting her powers back. Yeah. And she figures out through all these past memories that Papa has recorded.
Yeah, because you got cameras up in the rooms.
Everything. Dude had everything. I mean, did you see how many tapes were in that freaking one room?
There was a lot.
So he speeds up the process, pulls out the main tape, which is the Massacre of Hawkins Lab.
Yeah.
She learns the truth about Henry, or One, and where she has basically created him in the other world.
Because he tried to get her to escape. And, well, in the process, they get caught.
And he just decides that he's going to murder everybody.
And he decides, yeah, I'm going to show you my powers, because he's never displayed his powers. And he slaughters everybody.
Which I really liked him. I really liked him as One, because you didn't really know he was One.
You didn't.
You did have suspicion.
Yeah, I mean, you have a suspicion because he's just a random guy, and he's the oldest one there.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere, and he was
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
he's never showed powers or anything like that. And so you kind of have suspicion. Well, when he breaks, he's really trying to protect Elle because I don't remember what number he was. Maybe number 12. He was a douchebag. Number 12 was a douchebag. Hated Elle because she was super powerful.
I thought it was number 2.
Yeah, maybe it was number 2.
Number 2 was a dickhead.
Obviously it was number 2. Yeah, I'm an idiot because
he was the next oldest one.
He was the next oldest one.
Well, she fucked him up though.
Yeah, she messed him up. he was pissed because she embarrassed him, so now she just wants to kill her. He gives her a concussion, all this stuff, and which leads to Henry murdering everyone.
Well, see, the thing is, Papa knows what happened.
Yeah.
They play off like they don't know what happened, but Papa knows what happened, okay? Mm-hmm. So, in the end of that, though, number one decides he's going to kill everybody. He just blows up. Everybody. He kills everybody. And at that point, Elle is like, well, why did you kill everybody, you know, basically. And so she, like...
disintegrates this man.
Disintegrates him and shoves him into this crack that she created by accident.
Yeah, by accident.
And which is the upside down now. But,
which is,
man, the visual when he falls through...
it was super cool.
That
amazing.
Was awesome.
And this is kind of when the whole story of every season comes together. Because it kind of... this episode gives out so much.
Oh, yeah.
It brings it a full circle around the whole show.
Basically, at this point, it gives you the story from Victor Krill. This is where I'm going to get into this, is where one, and Henry, is also Victor Krill's son.
Yeah.
Because Victor Krill was a guy that moved into this big house. He had a wife and 2 kids. And the son had powers, but nobody knew. And he was very socially awkward. Mm. And so he started experimenting with animals, and animals were showing up dead. But you didn't know he was doing it until this point. So he has these powers. He started working with the clocks and making stuff turn on in the house. He started playing with spiders. Mm-hmm. And so...
going upstairs and like putting himself in like a trance state.
Doing trances and everything. And so he plots to kill his family basically one night. And he does. Except for his dad. Because
his powers gave up too early.
His powers gave up. His dad thought that he...
was dead.
Was dead, just like the rest. And the cops thought that he killed him. Because he was the only one left alive, and it looked like he tried to kill himself.
Perfect murder.
Because he cut his eyes out.
It was the perfect murder.
He wanted to kill himself. So, he cut his own eyes out. Because all their eyes had been cut out. Except for him, you know, Henry, because they didn't know.
Yeah, but it was a perfect murder. Because, obviously...
but man, sitting in prison for something he didn't even do.
That's why it was a perfect murder. Perfect murder setup.
So...
motherfricker. Let me talk for a second.
Well, you don't have good memory.
I do have good memory right now.
Okay, well, what happens?
Because it was a perfect murder, and this is why. Because, obviously, the mom and the sister are donezo at this point. So,
they look awful, too.
Yeah, awful. He puts his dad in the trance state where basically he can't see nothing in the real world.
Yeah.
And so when Henry loses his powers, he's dead on the ground. It looks like he's dead on the ground.
He's just unconscious, though.
And it looks like someone has came in and murdered the whole family. So he thinks, you know, frick me.
Well, he's just going to kill himself.
Yeah.
But it don't work.
So it was the perfect murder. Episode 7 was freaking amazing, basically. Best episode by far. Episode 7 was awesome.
When they end up breaking out of the prison and stuff and everything, alright, it's just like everything's coming full circle at this point. They've kind of got a plot of what they're going to do. They've figured out how to get to the upside down. But they're on a time clock because Max has already seen like 3 or 4 visions at this point. And he's getting closer and closer every time. And Elle is struggling to get her powers back. But after that memory is fully developed,
she does gain.
She is like
more powerful than ever.
God, she picks up that giant thing and
that's an episode. This is an episode 8. Yeah, she picks
up
up that.
Big spoiler here.
Yeah,
big spoiler warning.
Volume 2.
Volume 2 coming now because it leaves on a cliffhanger.
Now, this right here, I'll go ahead and tell you, we're not going to explain all of Volume 2.
No.
It's 4 hours and 2 episodes.
We're just going to give you basically a little snippet because it just premiered. We don't want to give nothing away big. Yeah. We want you to go watch this. But if you want a Volume 2 review later, we will give you that.
A full one.
Yeah. So, Volume 2 is basically...
amazing.
Everything is head on. Man, if you haven't watched Volume 2... This ending of the season is so incredible.
It's amazing.
Man, I don't even want to talk about it because it's only been out for a day. I'm just going to let you know that everything comes full circle and it is amazing. The visuals are incredible. The soundtrack is incredible.
Oh yeah, basically we learned that Elle is a total
baddie,
bad mother fricker, dude.
She
freaking,
oh my god,
freaking helicopter dunzo.
You want to talk about destruction?
She's bad, and also Mike and Will, Jonathan, and Surfer Boy decide to save the day. So it's cool. That was episode 8.
Man,
super cool episode.
Episode 9, we can't really discuss anything from this.
We're going to discuss it anyways, dude. Kinda. Okay?
We're just going to let you know that there's a badass fight scene.
There is.
There is a huge
that whole fight scene's amazing.
Fight scene. And everybody gets a piece.
And really just a big, like, shout out to the production team and the...
Man, the production and the visuals.
Animation team. The visuals are amazing in this. It's like... It's crazy. The visuals are... The visuals in Netflix are really developing. A lot.
Like, we're just going to say, I'll leave it off here because it's so long and it just premiered. I feel like people need to go watch it. There's a big fight. Everybody gets reunited at the end. And you get to see Elle and Hop meet again.
Yeah.
Finally. At the very end, you're thinking, when's this going to happen, bro?
Yeah.
And then finally he walks through the door. And
very end of the season.
Man, it's the perfect moment because everybody is in the same spot again. Back where everything started.
The best thing ever of episode 9 was Mr. Eddie's freaking crazy, amazing concert.
Oh, the Master of Puppets.
The Upside Down.
Man.
That crap was fire. Fire episode.
He played on a warlock, and I had one of those guitars. That guitar is awesome.
Now, I will say, there has been some sad moments in this episode as well.
We're not going to get anything like that.
We're not going to say who.
There's so much stuff that you have to see because it's different if we don't talk about it. When you experience it,
yeah,
it's different. We're not going to give us
all you who have saw Volume 2, you know what we're talking about.
If you've seen it, you know.
It's a little bit heartbreaking.
Oh, my God.
A little bit heartbreaking. Also scary because something happens that, we don't want to give it away, but it's kind of like mind-boggling because we don't know actually what's going on up in the attic.
Oh.
Because we don't know, like, are we going to lose this person or not?
Yeah.
So,
and basically they leave it on a cliffhanger. But there's so much that I don't want to give away for that part because that part you have to see.
But at the end
you have to go watch it.
But at the end of 9, obviously,
Hawkins is
the gate
messed up.
Is opened up. It's freaking crazy. It sets up season 5, which is going to be the last season. It's going to be awesome.
God. And Vecna's not dead.
Vecna's not dead.
He got whooped.
Let's be honest.
But he ain't dead.
Because Will starts to get the little tingling.
He pulled a Mikey Myers out there laying on the ground what he did.
Yeah.
So, Stranger Things is amazing.
Season 4 is 10 out of 10.
Perfection. If you haven't seen this yet, you need to go watch this now.
10 out of 10.
Every episode is over an hour long, though.
Now, we know there's a lot of stuff we probably missed. And
we gave a big rundown.
We probably don't need to give a big rundown like that next time.
But
it's pretty long, actually.
But when you're reviewing a whole season as to episodes individually.
Yeah, but we got to get better at giving our feelings more than just a review of what people have already watched. You feel me?
I think we gave a good rundown without giving too much away because there's a lot of stuff we did leave out because so you can experience
it's just too much. Like, there's a lot of stuff in this season.
There's a lot of stuff that you need to watch.
Crazy amount of stuff in this season.
So
go watch this.
Man.
Best show out right now is definitely this show.
I'm ready for season 5.
Number 1. It's going to be a little bit.
It's probably going to be a year and a half.
Hopefully not 3 years because that's how long season 4K took. But the pandemic and stuff was going on, so it was kind of hard to film.
Very true.
And it'd definitely be harder to film this type of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, this right here, season perfection, amazing. Can't wait for season 5. I'm excited.
Me too.
So, y'all give us some comments down below how our first little review went. I know it was kind of long.
If you want us to review any of the other seasons, just comment down below. If there's something that you would like for us to check out and do a review on, let us know.
Yeah, if you want us to react to a Netflix show on here, let me know.
We're going to be starting to All of Us Are Dead.
All of Us Are Dead.
We're going to be doing the episode 1 in the next video. We're going to explain some stuff on that while we get into it. So, come back for the next one.
I'm back. That's going to be all for this video. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
And click the bell.
Y'all know what we do with the crew.
MTOPIA gang.
Thanks, man. Peace.